Hello friends, welcome to this first tutorial of Houdini Flip Simulation Hallway Flood tutorial series. Okay, so this is initial tutorial and we'll cover how we can export our scene from Maya to Houdini. Okay, so this is for beginners, freshers. If you never use Houdini, Maya, Nuke, it's okay. Basic navigation and the software UI knowledge is required, and other than that, if technically you don't know anything, it's okay. I'll show you how to do these things. You just need to follow these steps which I'm saying to you. Okay, so to get this model you can download it from 3drender.com, and in 3drender.com, if you go there, you can find a lot of scenes available there. So just go to more scene download, and I'm using challenge 8 hallway. This is the scene which I'm using for this test shot. So I download this Maya 8 MB file, and I open this file here. So after that, I did pretty changes here which I show you. I just shift this model to our grid. So what you can do, if you want to switch that, you can just open outliner, so you can see this group, and if you press W you will see this gizmo, and after that you can place according to your scene. Okay, so in central grid it's okay, and press Alt and your right click, so you can move your viewport easily. Okay, so so the MB file I open here, but I want to create effects and other stuffs like lighting, shading in Houdini. So I'll just take this geometry out of Maya and do our operation in Houdini. Okay, so we have two ways to get this scene data in Houdini. So I have Houdini here, which is blank, and I don't have any file here. What I can do, I can select this, and either you can go to pipeline cache, and here you can see a Lambic cache. So with that you can export this scene as a Lambic. So export selection to Lambic, and I'll explain you these options. So if right now this scene is a static, there is no animation here, but so we can send this only one frame or as a current frame. But if any animation is there, any character or object is moving in the scene, you can use time slider and start and end. So that will export the entire frame range from start frame to end frame. So yeah, so we just export that, export selection, and for now I use this default location. So let me say hallway dot no need to send add any extension here like .abc, because it will automatically add. You can choose the Lambic type here. We just copy this path because we need this path for Houdini, and we just export selection. So as you can see that your data is successfully exported as Lambic. And if you open Houdini, and here you can go to file, import Lambic scene, you can see here, and just select where's your Lambic is exported. So you can see that hallway.abc you exported, and hit accept. We don't have any animation, so we just click as default. I'll explain you these options once it's loaded, because later on you can set it up, these things set. So once you import that, you can see for navigate viewport in Houdini, you can press space, Same in Maya it's alt, and in Houdini it's space. So you can go inside and you can see that your scene is coming here, and also you can see that grid. So right now our model entire scene is on grid. So same, if you see in Maya, it's in same place. So with that you can import your scene here. So here you can see, I'll explain you this Lambic archive. So what this when you import with the Lambic scene, it will create a Lambic archive, and inside that there are a tree of whatever group you created there. In Maya you can see that haunted hallway, or inside that there are such objects which is created here. So these objects are exported as a geometry or as a SOP. SOP is a surface operator, right? So just go inside and you can see, as the naming convention which is mentioned in Maya, it's coming like that. And these are also Lambic nodes. If you go inside you can see that these are the SOP, which is actually a geometry node. If you go inside and you can see that Lambic, so here you can see this Lambic is there. So why only this particular object is visible here? But if you go inside selection, here you can see, because this is pillar collision shape 3, and in that Lambic the selection is goes to this object path. So with that, this when you work with this import Lambic scene, it will automatically set up for you. But let's say if you want to manually import any particular object from Lambic, so you can create a geometry node here, and in this geometry you can delete this tab and Lambic. So here you can see that Lambic is there. Click and it will ask you for a Lambic file, and if we say that okay, we want this Lambic file from, as we already saved, so we can get this. So here you can see still we have the Lambic scene. There is so what is the difference when we import and when we use this? So this is pretty like it looks like very simple, that there is one node and you can do these things like your scene setup and you can move forward with that. But no, here you can see this everything is combined. And if I want to change like in this shot we will collide this with water or animate this with water surface, so these wood pieces will flow on water. So that is actually not possible with this, because this is one node and everything is packed in this one single node. Here if you go to this Lambic scene and you can go to select mode, you can select each object separately. I'll show you how you can. So if you go inside, you can see that your pillars, so you can see select your pillar. So if we go to our wood and if you go inside, you can add a transform node. Anyway, we will not animate inside this. For animate and the rigid body stuff, I will show you what technique we will use in next videos. But now this is the way which we can, so you can control this object individually and you can do some translation, and this will affect only for this object, that no other objects will affect. But let's for other demonstration, we can go inside this and we can see this Lambic, And as this is a one scene, and like if you add transform here, and this transform will work for entire scene. So as you can see, and this will like mess up everything, so it's not a good idea to use your scene like that. Okay, so what if I want only this wood or any of this one, like stairs or pillars? That also you can do. You can manually create. You can go to selection, and right now its object pattern is star means like all object pattern, it will say. And if you see in this little triangle icon, you can see there are all objects path, which is in Maya. You can see these like vote 3 4 pillar collision, building details. And I'll show you that pillar collision actually I added here for water collision, because when you open this file, MB file, which is available on 3drender.com, I don't want to call, I want full control over collision, so that's why I added the cubes over there, and I'll make this collision surface. So like that I added collision surface here and here also. So there are 4 pillars, so I made this for collision. And for stairs, when you open this file, this stairs will be separately, and I just made these combined. So well, you can select all and you can go to mesh and combine, so that will combine your mesh. So yeah, so here you can see that in your outliner you can see wood pillar collision, and if you go to Houdini and again you can check the Lambic, you can find all your objects there. So let's say if you want wood 4, so you can select this wood 4, and this Lambic is only your wood 4, and you can rename this as your like wood 4. Okay, and Control C, Control V, you can duplicate that, and this you can make your circuit 3. Okay, so we have 2 and we want to see both at a time. You can use a merge node here, and with merge node you can select both and plug it here and select here, so you can see your both mesh here. So you have 2 ways, like you can do it manually. Sometime it's required, you have to do manually according to your setup, but to follow this tutorial you can just file and import your geometry as a Lambic scene. Okay, there is another method to import scene in Houdini, and that is like if you can select all, go to file, export selection, and here you can select the FBX. And if FBX is not visible here, that means you need to go to Windows, setting and preferences, plugin manager, and there must be FBX. Where's the FBX? Oh yeah, you can go here, and there is fbxmaya.so. okay, so you can check it, and after that the FBX option will become. Select that, export selection, it will ask for the location where you want to save that, and I would like to save, like I already export that, so I can use this location, and I'm not exporting it again. You can just go import, and here you can see the film box FBX, and give the path here to your FBX file where you exported that. So you can see that FBX hallway.fbx, and here you remember that if you say import, that means it will reset this file, whatever nodes you have, these will go and if you merge that, it will get these file into existing scene. So we're gonna merge that. Okay, so I used merge, and here we have this Alembic, not Alembic, it's a FBX film box. So this is also the same thing, but as you can see, this comes with some material, and there is also the scene network, where you can see a lot of these geometry nodes, and inside geometry node there is file. So file swap is basically, it will read the geometry data from disk. So as you can see, this is a geometry file, it's reading from FBX, and after FBX, as you can see, this hash icon. So basically it's saying that the geometry file is hallway.fbx, and after that this hash, you can see that pillar collision 3. So that means it's defining that from that FBX we are extracting this object, and we are not converting that. Okay, so there is two options. Sometime FBX is required. It's very handy for getting UVs and materials with FBX. And in Alembic, the one more thing which I would like to show you is load as. The load as is like, once you load this as a Alembic delete load primitives, and when you perform some operations, like if you want to do with some points and the primitives data, and then you should load as geometry. So let's see if we have, let me just turn it off. Okay, so I have this Alembic scene, and if we turn on the points, okay, so I just turn on the points and the normals. Right now there is nothing, okay, nothing visible. But if I load as a Houdini geometry, and when you change this option, load as geometry, you need to build or upgrade hierarchy. So once you build and upgrade hierarchy, as you can see, your geometry is having normals, point normals, and the points. So I hope you're clear with that, because this option is really required. Okay, so yeah, this is very basic introduction. Just import your stuff from Maya to Houdini, and understand that Alembic and FBX, with that you can import stuff here. So for follow this tutorial, I will use this Alembic data, and in next tutorial I will show you how we can use this Alembic data, and we'll convert that to rigid body, and later next tutorial we will start the flip simulation, which is come and flow from here. Okay, so see you in next video. Thank you.